I'm Dr. Conrad Aquino with Monse Heart, and in this session, we're going to show you how to learn simple and easy. Because if you're studying hard, you're doing it wrong. We've collaborated with several experts in the field, educators, teachers, students, even someone with PhD in educational psychology, so we could learn how to learn. And so we've gathered all the tips, tricks, and hacks that you will need to be able to do this the simpler and easier way for you. Now, learning is just a skill like any other skill. Now, some people you may find have a knack at it, but these people, we found that they probably stumbled upon it accidentally or someone showed them how to do it. But for the general population, it's very difficult for us to learn. And that's why you're here today. And that's why we're here to show you how to learn the easier way. Now, first thing we need to remember is we need to first throw out all our ideas of traditional learning. Because if traditional learning worked, you wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be here today to show you how to learn the easier way. Traditional way of learning shows us to try to cram a lot of information, chunks of information, especially in the medical field, in the healthcare field. There's a lot of information, diseases, medications, side effects, pathophysiology of these things, so many things that we have to cram inside our small, tiny space of a brain that we call there, and with a short period of time. And then guess what happens when we try to do that? As soon as we take the test, as soon as we're done with the test, all that information flies away like it was memories from long ago, and all to be forgotten. And one person told us that the hardest way to remember is to memorize. The easiest way to forget is to memorize. And that's what we've done all our lives in the traditional way of learning. And it's counterintuitive to memorize. So let us show you how to do it the right way. Okay, so our brains are separated into the left and the right hemisphere. In our left brain, we usually have your analytical part. You have your words, numbers, definitions. Our experiences are mostly on the left side of the brain. On the right side of the brain, however, you have your creative part, and you have your creativity, you have art, you have your emotions, you have pictures, images, feelings of love and anger are all in your right side of the brain. Okay, now there's one small part that bridges the left and the right, and that's called your corpus callosum. When information passes from the left to the right, what happens is memory is facilitated to be created, and it becomes so simple like that. Let's try a short exercise here. What did you have for dinner 3 days ago? Just try to figure that out. Now, experiences, as I told you, is on the left side of the brain. And the problem is it's very difficult to try to recall the dinner that we have 3 days ago, is because there was no connection between the right side of the brain. Now, what if I asked you, when was the last time you actually enjoyed dinner? Maybe it was a restaurant, maybe it was someone you were with, someone you love, and it might not be the exact meal, but it could be the experience that you had. But I'm sure right now you can vividly remember what that is. That experience probably in a restaurant or at home or wherever that may be. And when you can remember exactly what you ordered, and as you are trying to now put that food in your mouth, and it's just whatever it is, it could have been juicy, delicious, and you remember it so vividly because that experience on the left side of the brain has crossed into the right side of the brain, where you have that feeling, now that you have that emotion. And you didn't have to really try hard to dig deep into that memory, right? So that means that when that bridge is initiated, memory is facilitated. And it's as easy as that. And that's why you remember probably your first kiss, the most embarrassing moment in your life, best birthday ever, best Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, or New Year's, things like that, when you were drunk the most. Just those memories that can come so simple for you and so quick as in a snap of a finger. When I mention that, you automatically have that image or that memory that you have in your brain. Now, here's the challenge. Concepts like diabetes and COPD are always on the left side of the brain. And how can we connect it with the right side of the brain? Now, another exercise here. Describe to me in your own words. Well, you can just think about it. Of course, this is in the virtual world, but describe to me a dog in your own words. Okay. So, probably you're thinking a dog is an animal. It has four legs, it has ears, has a snout, has a tail, has fur, could be different colors, different sizes. But basically, what we've just described right now as a definition is simply every animal in the zoo. Well, of course, except snakes. But you understand that there's so many animals that we can think of that match that description. And that definition of, let's say, whatever disease it is, diabetes, CHF, COPD, will always stay in the left side of the brain. But when I asked you to describe to me what a dog is, automatically you have a mental image of a dog. It doesn't matter what breed of dog it is or how big the dog is, how small the dog is, you know it's a dog. And that cross between the left and the right side of the brain, we call it the corpus callosum cross. And we have found at Monsihart, this is now our Monsihart method, we have found several ways to create or to trigger that corpus callosum cross, to trigger that aha moment, like, aha, now I get it. And as soon as you get it, it's going to be very difficult to forget. We do this through mental images, anecdotes, stories, several ways to try to connect that piece of information on the left side into the right side, creating that corpus callosum cross. And when that cross is created, memory becomes facilitated, and it will be, even though how hard you try to forget, it's going to be very difficult to do so, not like memorizing. So when you subscribe to our Monsihart series, you will have access to a boatload of library where you have our Monsihart method on each and every session that you will have, so that it'll be easier for us and for you to be able to learn. We are invested in you. We want you to learn. We're not doing this for our own, we're doing this for you. The people that started Monsihart is really invested in you learning the right way, because as a medical professional, we, or I even, am not just invested in trying to show you how to learn this, but we are invested for you to be able to apply these concepts into the bedside. That is our major goal. Of course, you will still be able to pass the tests that you will need to pass through our Monsihart methods if you follow it really closely. But what our main focus is for you to be able to provide the best patient care ever. So I'd like you to watch our free masterclass on diabetes that will explain to you in real time. Well, not in real time, of course, it's pre-recorded, but in a real life scenario on how you will be able to easily learn through the corpus callosum cross from the left to the right, diabetes the right way, so you can simply understand, and it will be difficult to forget. So I'm going to see you there in the diabetes session. See you. Bye-bye.